Hey, what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Hold on. Get the camera figured out here. All right, 15 people sitting here waiting. Thanks for being here already. I already got 2 thumbs up. I haven't even said anything, or I had not even said anything, and I had 2 thumbs up sitting here waiting for me. I got, my voice is smoked. I am sorry. I am hoarse, and yeah, my voice is not so great, so I apologize. Hey, Larry, can everybody hear me okay? Larry Chastain, how you doing, man? Steve S. Hey, Outdoor Dad, Bill Gerlach, finally made it to one of the episodes. Well, I'm glad you made it, Bill. Glad you made it. Good. All right, cool. Cool, good. All right, great. Thank you. Good to see everybody. Yeah, my voice is absolutely parched. Been fishing all weekend. Had doubles Friday, doubles Saturday, and then fish this morning. Somebody got a 21-pound king. I just saw that come through there. Um, Phil Quinn's saying it's going to the Saginaw. Did you say you're going to the tournament this weekend, Phil? That's cool. Tom wants to know if there are 2 reports now. Yeah, I just saw that. My fishing partner and good friend Jim, who's doing the Tangle Tackle South thing, I just saw him put out a video today for the Tangle Tackle South. That's cool. It's something I know he's been wanting to do, so I'm glad for that. Hey, I got to slow down just for a sec here. I got to say something. At the shop this week, there's a guy that comes on here almost every Sunday named Bob Lancaster. Great friend of mine. He's the manager at Tangle Tackle. He passed away over the weekend unexpectedly, and I got a real heavy heart over that. And we're all taking it pretty hard at the shop. So I apologize. I don't mean to break down or anything, but it's just that's a tough one. Yeah. Anyway, Bob was on here many weeks and many weekends, and hate to see him go. Great guy, great friend. But you know, if Bob could talk to me right now, he'd say, "Hey, don't be a dummy. Keep going. Do what you've been doing." And yeah. So anyway, we'll get past that. We'll be good. We're good. Yeah. Hey, thanks everybody. Thanks for the condolences. If you stop in the shop and see Bud, the owner, those two are also very, very tight. If you stop in, say hi. Just say hi and wish him well. He's taking it pretty hard too. So, but anyway, let's move ahead here. We don't need to talk about that. Thanks everybody. Thanks Laura. There's my sister. Anyway, thanks everybody. All right, so let's move on. Well, remember Bob always great guy, great fisherman, great walleye fisherman. That guy knew more about walleye fishing than I'll ever know, 100 times over, and just an incredible loss all the way through the community. Not just for the shop. He was also a multi. I think he worked at the sheriff's department like 25 years. Also, I know he was there a long, long time. So sheriff's department, onto the shop, just super great guy. Yeah, but he'll be missed. But thank you. Thanks, everyone. Yeah, great fisherman, Rich. Yep, great. Cool. All right. Hey, thanks for that. Let's push on here. I already said that already, but let's do it. All right. So fishing report. Let's get into that. Excuse me. Like I said, my voice is smoked. I've been in the sun, like I said, the last 3 days. 28-pound female out of Pentwater Saturday. 1 for 3. Kirk C. Nice. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, we ran doubles on Friday, doubles Saturday, and then a single today in the morning. And it wasn't great. I'm just going to be straight up honest with you. It just was not great for the Kings around here. We did good on lake trout this morning. We put a 5-man limit of lake trout in the boat. Yesterday we caught some other Lakers. We got a little bit of steelhead going also on Friday, but the Kings just weren't all that great. Talked to a few guys around some other charter boats, and the number on the Kings was 1 or 2, really, if you're lucky. But then today, talked to some more people who started to pick them up. A couple boats I know had 8 or 9 Kings. Excuse me. Talked to some people down by Ludington also, who also said, well, I didn't talk to them, some friends of mine did, who also said the Kings were doing well down there. Jim, if you haven't seen already, Jim, my good fishing partner and good friend Jim, put out a Tangle Tackle South report on this channel earlier today. He was out fishing with another Tangle Tackle South member, Joe, Knucklehead. I love Joe. He's a great guy. Those guys are so much fun. But anyway, they went out fishing this morning with Jim's kids, And I think they put 4 or 5 kings in the boat. Did a real nice job. But anyway, Jim put out a video for Tangle Tackle South. It's on the channel. He doesn't do them live, or maybe he will later in the future. I don't know. It's up to him. But there is a video up for Tangle Tackle South. But around here, I'll talk about that real quick. The kings are starting to come in. We've been fishing them out deep. And by deep, I mean over 600 foot of water deep. Like 16 miles out deep. But it sounds like now they're starting with that north wind that came down. They're starting to move in a little bit better. We're getting into the fall season where they're going to start staging up and getting ready to make those runs. They'll come in and they'll stage, and if the water warms back up, they'll back off, and then they'll stage again. It'll just happen over and over again until the majority of them make the run up the river. But I'm thinking, and this is just my thoughts, that we should really see some nice king production here in the next week. And probably by next weekend, I'm thinking we should be into them pretty strong. That's just my hopes. But it's also, I'm basing that on experience and, what I'm seeing around on the water. If everything's setting up the way it is, it looks like right now, I think by next weekend we should be pretty well into the kings and should be getting some better catches. So I don't really want to talk about what worked over the weekend because I think it's all going to change. The kings are really, they're in much shallower water right now. That north wind came down, pushed a lot of cold water up on shore. So I feel like the kings, if you're going to go look for them, I would go look out in the skinnier water, like 60 out to 100 foot of water. My sister said through a super chat. Thanks. Hey, Jenna, how you doing? Good to see you. Uncle Chris says hi back. Tell Lucy hi also, please. There's my mom watching from Riley. That's down where I grew up. Anyway, if it was me, I'd go out and I'd work 60 to 100 foot of water. And don't be afraid to throw some J-plugs out there. We're starting to now get into those staging fish and that fall patterns. Don't be afraid to throw some plugs out there. Flash or fly. Meat rigs, hopefully we'll start picking up as well. The standbys are always great to go with. The Moonshine Spoons, the Dreamweaver Super Slims, the Glow Frog White Belly, the standard Dreamweavers, the Blue Jeans, UV Blue Jeans. I had 4 rips on a UV Blue Dolphin, Dreamweaver standard UV Blue Dolphin today. I had 4 or 5 bites on that thing on a 10 color today. So it was a good spoon, but those colors are always good this time of the year. Don't forget about the plugs. Flash or fly, the Dreamweaver 8-inch double slick, the Pearl double slick with the pickled sunshine fly. That thing is always out there for me. The double white crush, that thing is always out there for me with the pickled sunshine flies or the Dreamweaver, with the KRW flies. Tom Hurley, thanks, man. Thanks for the channel support, guys. Don't. Sometimes we overthink things. I know I do. I get out there and I think, man, I got to be fancy and I got to be creative. And I just got to grab myself, by the shorts and say, no, slow it down. It works. There's no reason to go out there and try to mad science everything. Go to your standbys, go to the waters that and put them on the presentations that you have been working in the past, and they will work for you. Yeah, so that's what I would do. If I got to work the next 4 days, and then I go on 3 weeks vacation, and I'll be running trips like almost every day. But if it was me this week, once the wind dies down a little bit, work skinnier water, work those 5, 7, 8 colors, 10 colors, maybe even the 3 color or a 2 color even. Work some plugs on those things, 100 copper, 150 copper, maybe even 200 coppers. Those will work for you as well. Riggers, I'd spread them out, anywhere from 35 down to 60 down. We had some super cold water by Onekama today. 40 feet down, and it was like 42 degrees. So that cold water just came boiling in here, and that's what's going to set those kings up. And but I think it's looking to shape up here pretty quickly. All right, cool. 103 people here. Hey, thanks everybody for being here. Thanks for the super chatters also, and thanks for the thumbs up. I got 22 thumbs up. I'm never going to beg for thumbs up or anything like that. If you guys want to hit it, I do appreciate it. It does help the channel. I ain't going to beg for it, but thanks for doing that. So anyway, long weekend, losing my friend there, Bob, at the shop. And then, fishing every day. It's just been a really long weekend, so my voice is kind of shot. I apologize. I'm about dragging here. I'm about ready to just go crawl into bed and sleep for a day if I could. But, hey, thanks for the thumbs up, guys. I do appreciate it. Is there a donation fund? Hey, I thank you for asking that because that's something I wanted to bring up. Somebody just asked if there's a donation or something that that they can do for the Lancaster family. Uh, we were talking about that down at the marina, just passing the hat around, taking some donations for his family. And if that's something you guys want to do, just what's the easiest way? Give me an email. Just shoot me an email, christangletackletaggmail.com. If you want to donate something, we can do it through PayPal or something. I'm happy to collect it, put it all together, and get it all to the family in the right place. I give you my word, I'll get that to the right place. So if you want to do something like that, just email me. We can work something out. I do appreciate. I don't know who that. I think it might have been Dano that asked that, and so yeah, I appreciate you at least throwing that out there. All right, cool. Hey, Bob Finney, thanks, man. I do appreciate the channel support. That's very nice of you. All right, so what do you guys think? Should we do the big giveaway? I got all the names right here, I got all the names. There's 100 and some names in this bucket right now. Should we do the big giveaway tonight? Is that something everybody wants to do? The 300 copper and the hat and the flashers and the purple taco custom set and the purple taco custom beads. Is that something everybody wants to do? I think I already know the answer to that, but if everybody wants to do that right now, let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, there we go. Looks like some people. Yeah, I think people want me to do that. So here's the thing. I'm going to draw a name out of that bucket. Whoever wins, email me, please, christangletackletaggmail.com or chris@darkbluecharters.com. And yeah, I'm definitely seeing some people that want me to pull their name out. Yeah, email me though. I'm going to need your address and so I can ship it to you, please. It would be great. I missed something. Bill Dickens, yeah, it says for sure. Heck yeah. Here's what I'm thinking though. I had some great response. I mean, people really get excited for this kind of thing. I think that's wonderful. I do too. It's actually a lot of fun for me just to do this. So I'm gonna draw this name, and I think just maybe 2 weeks from now. Mark McConaughey, good to see you, man. Here's what I want to do. Just 2 weeks from now, because everybody loved doing this, I will do another one. So if you're in Patreon, and like I said before, to get into these drawings, you just got to support us on Patreon for any amount. If you look up Tangle Tackle Fishing on Patreon and support us, you're in the drawing. I'm going to do another one of these in like 2 weeks from now. And I did a 300 copper this time. Next time I'm going to do a 10 color. Same kind of reel, same kind of rod, same kind of setup. And I'll throw some extra little goodies in as well. And I will do another one. So stay on Patreon. Don't bug out. If you're still on Patreon 2 weeks from now, I appreciate it. Let me say that first. I thank you and I appreciate it. But you're going to be in the drawing for a 10 color setup. We'll try to do something just like this. So yeah, let's do that. All right. So yeah, let's draw a name here. How many people we got here? 114. Sweet. Almost as many names as I got in here. All right, no looking. Good shuffle. All right. Oh, I just grabbed a real tiny one out of here. Let's see who this is. I know this name. I see it on here all the time. Derek Johnson. Derek Johnson, you are the winner of the big giveaway. The first big giveaway. Derek, you are the winner. Please, again, give me an email. Hey, there you are. There you are right there. Congratulations, sir. Shoot me an email, christangletackletaggmail.com or chris@darkbluecharters.com, and I will get these things sent out to you, man. You just want a heck of a nice prize package. I would love to have this myself. So congratulations and thank you again to everyone that jumped into this thing. I think this is one of the funnest ones we've done. Got a lot of people excited about this. And that's why I want to do another one just like it here in just a couple weeks. Like I said, we'll do another one with a 10 color setups in just a couple weeks. And yeah, I will drive over to pick up. If you win, you're welcome to do that. I appreciate that. Yeah, so anyway, there you go. Derek Johnson, congratulations. Well done. You are the big winner. Something else I wanted to throw out to everybody. So August 15th, I talked to the shop owner, Bud. You know, like I said, we're going through a hard time with Bob passing away like that, but Bud still wants to run his tournament on August 15th, the shop tournament. We do that every year. It's just a 1 day tournament. It goes from, I think, 6 to 1 in the afternoon or 6:30 to 1 in the afternoon, something like that. Um, a lot of fun, cheap buy-in. It's only like a $200 buy-in. 100% payout, and we get a lot of really nice prize donations. We normally give away a couple Dakota 800 wire setups. There's Purple Taco, Lee and Deb from Purple Taco. I saw Lee on here not long ago. They donate some beautiful stuff to the giveaway. Big John donates, Dreamweaver donates for Big Fish and Big Combo. Man, it is a nice little tournament. Almost everybody normally walks out of there with something in their hand. So if you want to get into that, call the shop or shoot me an email. Probably better to call the shop, and we'll get you registered for that. You're going to need to stop in and get a rules packet and things like that. But the thing we're going to do with it from now on, and I talked to Bud about this, we're going to call this from now on the Bob Lancaster Memorial Salmon Tournament, just to honor Bob that way. I think that's what we should do. It feels right, so that's what we're going to do. So August 15th, the Bob Lancaster Memorial Salmon Tournament here in Manistee. Hope a lot of you guys and gals can jump in there. Come to the shop, get signed up. It is a ton of fun too. It's not big limit catches. You know, it's not like the big tournaments that we go fish. It's just, I think we do a 1 man or a best 5 fish limit something. Or let me say it again. I think we do your best 5 fish. I think that's it. And then big fish wins a prize, and the big combo, you know, trout and salmon combined wins a prize also. My brain is mush right now. If I'm saying something, I don't think I am, but I think everything's right. I think that's the way we do it. Cheap to get in and super bunch of fun. Then we all go back to the parking lot in the shop and we grill, we hang out, we talk, we tell fishing stories, we lie to each other repeatedly. Great food, great people, some adult beverages go around, and everybody has a real nice time. It's a nice way just to kind of get to know each other, put some or some faces to names, and yeah, we do this every year. Normally, we've been doing it in September, but we moved it to August this year. So if you want in, call the shop 231-887-4242, and we'll find a way to get you in, get you registered, and everything like that. All right, 108 people here, 17 minutes in. Yeah, I thought so too, Mike F. Nice way to honor Bob. I completely agree. He's just such a good guy. We need to do something. And like I said, it just felt right to me to do it that way. All right. Also, what's my number one plug during the Staging Kings? Man, you want all my secrets. My number one plug. There's actually a couple, but the first one that comes to mind is always the mother of pearl, the Ace High 5-inch mother of pearl. That thing is always super good. Always super good. Yeah, 2 colors and 3 colors, around the pier heads or out in the Staging Kings on 5 colors and 7 colors. That thing is lights out. Yeah. Also, I had a couple I had one person had two charters booked with me the month of August. I think it was the 16th and the 23rd afternoon trips. He had to cancel. Some other people backed out on it, so he had to cancel. He was really disappointed. But if anybody's looking for an afternoon trip, I think they're both Saturday. I gotta look, but if you're looking for trips, I still have a few small openings in August. You're free to give me a call, 231-252-1177. I do have a couple, like I said, small openings in August, and September is now starting to book up also. I have 3 or 4 trips booked in September. But I think there's still going to be some good fishing in September. So if you're still looking for a charter, hey, shoot me a line. Check out my website if you want to, darkbluecharters.com. And happy to take you guys out fishing. I've taken quite a few people now out, members on this channel. Terry Ham's just named one. He came out just a few days ago. Boy, it's just nice to meet people. How late in the month do I charter? I go all the way through the month of September. Coming to October is when I put the boat away. That's when the boat's going away for the winter. Am I going to be fishing the monster? That's a good question. I don't want to say yes. I don't want to say no. I doubt it. I'll just say I doubt it. Just too busy. Jim and the rest of the crew, they might have Jim Striper up here. They might be fishing the tournament, but I don't know if I'll be in it. Which is too bad because I do enjoy that tournament. I miss tournament fishing this year. Running charters, I don't get to fish a whole lot of tournaments anymore. It's kind of a bummer. I do miss them. All right, 20 minutes in. I know I'm dragging tonight, so I apologize. What do you run most on dipsy divers? What works best? Man, Ty, that's an open question. I mean, there's so many ways. Dipsy divers, my low divers are normally meat rigs. When the kings are around, normally a meat rig. My high divers are normally a flasher and fly. 8-inch flasher with a fly on my high divers, then a 10-inch. I do run 8-inch meat rigs also, 8-inch, 10-inch with meat rigs. When do I run UV flashers versus standard color? You know, there's no real set rule on that. I always go by the old adage, and I remember this from when I was a kid. I actually remember my mom telling me this: bright days, bright colors; dark days, dark colors. So if the sun is out, you got a wide open, clear sky, high flash, UV, things like that seem to work better. When it's darker days, overcast, that's when I switch over to the glows, the black paddles, the black spin doctors. Purples work really good on those days. Yeah. How late can you sign up for the tournament? Well, it goes on, like I said, we're running it on August 15th. So I'm sure you can sign up all the way to the 14th. Maybe, yeah, I'd say all the way to the 14th. I don't think we can do any early morning registration on the 15th. Yeah, August 14th will probably be our latest way to go. Cool. Yeah, good questions there. All right, anybody got anything else they want to throw out there? Otherwise, we're happy to get out of here. Oh, I missed a couple there. Have I ever run Sidewash hooks on spoons or flies? No, Jeff. Jeff Russell, I have not ever run Sidewash hooks on spoons or flies. I know out in the Pacific Northwest they have to. I believe that's the law out there. Barbless hooks, I believe. Single hooks, barbless. But no, I have not. I know some people do. It's just not something I've never done. I've always had good luck with good sharp treble hooks. And I always jump back to that old saying, if it ain't broke, I ain't going to fix it. And so I'm not going to fix that one. I have good hookups with treble hooks. And I don't think putting a Sidewash on there, for me, just my humble opinion, I don't know how much more that would do, how much that would improve the catch. How do I keep junk zebras off from bouncing the bottom? You mean I imagine you're talking on your flasher and fly. It's almost impossible to. If you're picking up a bunch of zebra mussels, if you're picking up a bunch of junk on the bottom, if you're bouncing for lake trout, you just got to check your stuff every 10 minutes or so. If you're not, your bite ratio is going to go down in the toilet, because they will not bite. If you got stuff hanging off your hooks or off your setups, they're not going to touch it. So if you're heavy into the muck and the yuck, check your stuff very often. We had to do that over the weekend. Yeah, good question though. Real good question. Kind of cool. I saw somebody say something, and I forget where I saw it. They had a camera down on a cannonball running through the trout grounds, and they said it was really interesting to see how the lake trout set up through there, because I've always been curious. There's so many lake trout in that lake. I mean, there's just got to be millions of them. Like I said, this morning we went out. We put a 5-man limit in the boat, and that's a bunch of fish coming out there, and boats are going out there and doing similar things every day. So there has to be so many lake trout out there. How do they set up? What's their habitat like? But somebody said they had a camera down on a cannonball, and what they saw was huge patches of zebra mussels covering the bottom, then small patches, and I don't know what they mean by small, but small patches of sand, open areas, sand areas, and that's where all the lake trout were stacked up, on those sandy areas, not on the zebra mussels, obviously, but they're finding those small little patches, and that totally makes sense to me, because when I'm trout fishing, I might pick up like a triple or a double or something, bang, 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 drive for another 10, 15 minutes, and all of a sudden, bang, 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 get another double or triple going, drive another 20 minutes, bang, bang, bang. And that makes sense. They will find that you will find those open areas, and that's where they're living and how they're holding down there. It just made sense. I found it pretty interesting too. And I always thought about dive down there and see what. Hey, from Ontario, how you doing? If I'm not marking fish, what depth would you start with your downrigger or temp? What am I looking for on the fish hawk? The funny thing about a lot of guys ask me about, what am I always looking for on the graph? And for me, there's not much. Once I get out there and I generally know the area I want to go, I don't look at the graph all that much. Uh, I would say 90% of the fish that we catch, we never mark on the graph because if you think about it, I'm running high chirp on my boat, so that's a narrow cone going down. Obviously, the deeper I am, the wider that cone gets, but I'm probably missing 80+% of the fish because of that narrow cone. You know, if I'm getting fish out of my divers and out of my long lines, which are far away from the boat, I'll never mark those fish. In fact, rarely do I mark the fish that hit the downriggers. Now there are times there was a time last year we had actually saw the fish come up and I could see it was right by the one downrigger, and so I went over and I jigged the downrigger arm like 3 or 4 times, set it, jigged it 3 or 4 more times, and that thing nailed it and it took off like a bullet, and it ended up being a 31-pound king. And so there's times like that if I see them moving around the downriggers, if I see them come up on the graph, you know, I'll work those downriggers around a little bit, try to spurt, you know, get them to bite, instinctive bite, or just make them really angry. There's times that will work, but I would say most of the time I'm not seeing the fish that are hitting my lines. Now, for temp, you want to know the temp I'm looking for. I'm just a general rule of thumb. Anything under 50 is a good temp. You know, colder sometimes can be a little bit better. You know, down in the low 40s. But if you're finding water under 50 degrees and it's good steady water, it's not like 51 down to 47, back up to 49, down to 44 in a short amount of space. If it's not that really that bad water, that's what you're looking for. 50 degrees and below is just a good starting point. Excuse me. Thanks for the idea of jigging the boom. It works, Bill. I've done it many times, and sometimes you can just make those kings angry enough. You knock them in the head with a cannonball a couple times. I guess they want to bite something. Yeah. In the Fish Hawk manual, there is a temp chart for a lot of species. There is, Jeff Russell. You're absolutely right. There is a good temp chart. Just good starting points. Absolutely. And you kind of figure, you know, the more you do it, the more you figure it out. And that's with anything, of course. You know, none of us are born knowing how to do anything. None of us were born not knowing how to do our jobs or how to walk or talk or anything like that. We all learn by doing stuff. And salmon fishing is no different. The more you go out there and the more you do it, the more confident you're going to get and the more stuff you're going to figure out. And every day I go out, it doesn't matter. I still learn something. I try to at least learn 1 or 2 things every day. Most things I learn by screwing something up. Those are some of the best lessons. But oh, I always try to pick 1 or 2 things up, especially when I fish with other captains. Man, I always watch what they're doing. Love picking up little things. Why don't I stack downriggers anymore? You know, I just never have. It's just I've never done it in the first place, and I still don't do it. So that's just me. I'm not saying stacking's not viable. Absolutely, for some people they love it. Yeah, if you guys didn't see, Jim put out a video last week actually on sliders, free sliders and fixed sliders. And he put out a nice video, did a nice job, a real nice video. If you haven't seen that yet, check it out. It has a lot of views on it already, so I think a lot of people have seen it. Hello from Wisconsin. Who we got there? BNC Lawn Care. Hello back. What are the different holes on the Spin Doctor? How do they affect the action? So the Spin Doctor has 2 holes on the front, and then there's one on each side of the tail. I also put mine by the fins. All it does, it affects where that fly is going to follow behind that Spin Doctor. Mine always go by the fins. That's just for me the best thing. It's just going to affect how fast that fly is going to rotate or that meat rig. And the ones on the front is going to affect how wide it rotates. If it's going to be a little tighter rotation or if it's going to be a wider rotation. Yeah, just change them around sometimes. Throw it in the water next to the boat and you'll see the difference on them. Question on the free slider. Can that method be used with a flash or fly? That's a real good question. All right, the answer is, for me anyway, is no. And I know some people still do it. You're welcome, Andrew. No problem, man. Some people still do it, but I do not put a free slider or a fixed slider above a flash or fly because typically if you get a fish on or if you just need to bring the line in, I almost always get those things in a ball, you know, because that slider is going to run down to where that flash or fly is, and you get yourself a nightmare of a mess at times. But some people still do it. I don't. I don't think it's worth the trouble. You're welcome. You're very welcome. 113 people here. 53 thumbs up. Thanks for all that. We're a half hour in. All right, just to recap, Derek Johnson. Well, Derek Johnson won the big giveaway tonight. Congrats again, Derek. My mouth is so bad tonight. I am just out of it. Derek won a really nice prize. Again, I'm going to do something very similar to that here in about 2 weeks. I'll do it with a 10 color, with a bunch of other added things in. I'll get a whole Leroy at Purple Taco, see if maybe he wants to throw something in. Lee and Deb at Purple Taco, they love that kind of stuff. They love throwing things out to everybody out there. They love the feedback that they get from this channel. Don't ever be afraid. If you guys got questions for Lee and Deb at Purple Taco, don't be afraid to throw them into the comments. They love hearing back from everybody. That's how we all learn things. So if you got anything to say, please do. Be creative. Don't be mean. But I don't think anybody would be anyway. But yeah, Derek, congrats on that. Again, the Bob Lancaster Memorial Tournament in Manistee, August 15th. What is your opinion of 30 versus 45 pound copper? I think that was. I go 45 pound copper on everything. And that way I have everything uniform on my boat. I think 45 pound copper outfishes the smaller copper. Again, that's just my opinion. All right. Good questions. Mike Hicks, you son of a gun. Thanks, man, for supporting the channel. Thanks for the super chat, dude. You guys are so nice. I appreciate it. And again, somebody asked on here if anybody wanted to donate to Bob Lancaster's family. I'm happy to talk to you about that, and we'll organize something and make sure everything gets passed on to the right place. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. 30 versus 45 reels for wire divers. I go with the 45s. I can put 1,000 foot of wire on the 45s with no problem. In fact, I can put a little bit of backer on there as well, so it builds up the spool. You get more speed out of it that way. Yeah, almost everything, though, I spool up at the shop is on 45s. All right, cool. All right, we're slowing down here. Hey, everybody, I'm sure everybody's got something better to do on a Sunday than sit here. So let's get out of here. Derek Johnson, congrats again. I'm going to go sleep for about a day, I think. Then get back up and go after it again. I will be out on charters really starting next weekend, almost through the end of August. So I hope to put a lot of live videos out there. You all seem to love those live videos when we got fish on. I like doing that. And we'll do some other stuff on the boat as well. We'll do some fun stuff. We'll have a good time. But yeah, going to be on the water a ton. And again, if you're looking for a charter, I still do have some small openings. Just shoot me an email, please. Chris@darkbluecharters.com, and we'll go from there. All right, thanks again. All right, you guys are the best. Derek, congrats again. I see you right there. Congrats. Jeff Russell. Oh, Mark Pearson. I believe it was Mark Pearson. Man, I would have to check my email to be sure. My brain is so mushy. He dropped me off walleye. I'm out fishing yesterday. I get back to my truck, and there's a cooler of walleye fillets in my truck. Man, was that so nice. That was one of the nicest gifts I've ever seen. Thank you so much. I can't say thanks enough. I have to pay you back some way, some shape or form, some way, down the line. But anyway, hope to see a lot of you guys at the tournament in August, or on August 15th. All right. Yeah, Mark, there you are. Good to see you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, I'm out of here. Go get some sleep. Take care, everybody. Be safe.